okay? Try my best. First of all, just like to welcome everybody, players, friends, families, volunteers, everybody that's here tonight. It's hard to believe that I remember 12 months ago, we were all here just after the clubhouse had opened. Nick was about to get hit by a taxi.
More taxi?
Taxi hasn't recovered yet. But no, it's just we can't believe how quickly the last 12 months have gone. But anyway, here we are today. Before we go, we've got a lot of awards to give out tonight, or a few awards to give out tonight. Ideally, we'd like to give an award to everybody in this room, everybody that's helped, volunteered, played, and everything like that, because obviously it's been such a fantastic season, both on and off the field. But obviously we can't give everybody a prize, and those of you that are going to get a prize will get it shortly. We'll come on to the playing side shortly, but I'm going to hand over now to Wayne, who wants to talk a little bit about the other people that have been involved in the last 12 months. Wayne.
The first thing I'd like to say is anybody owes any fine money, I'm still here. I won't forget. And I've got a list in my pocket if anybody wants to know who owes what.
Drag you into us, set off.
I think he gets set off this season, it's alright.
Just before we get onto the playing side, and I mean, what a fantastic team we got, and what a fantastic playing side we've got as well. Fantastic season, but more about that a little later on. We all know what's happened on the pitch. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's out off the pitch, because we all know what we see every week, every Tuesday or every Saturday, but the work it takes by a lot of volunteers to get the pitch prepared, to get the clubhouse up and running, to get kit washed, all that sort of stuff. It's a massive effort from a lot of volunteers. So from me personally, I'd say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who have helped us to get to this stage where we're at. Hopefully you'll keep volunteering. Hopefully you've got some friends who'd like to volunteer next year. I think it's going to get bigger as we go along on this journey. So, although we are celebrating the team and the playing efforts, we ought to be grateful and conscious from the players and from the committee to every single minute, penny, or what you've actually given to us as a volunteer. So, from behalf of us all, thanks very much to all the volunteers. I thought you'd come up for your award then, Matt. I thought, do you know some of the right notes? It's that leads us on. Rob's going to come back on in a minute and talk about two special volunteers. And I know in years gone by we used to give an award away for either a clubman or a volunteer of the year or whatever. That's not going to happen anymore, unfortunately, because everybody deserves one, as Rob said. And I think we just ought to enjoy each other's company and the evening as we go along. So again, thanks very much to everybody who's done everything that they've done for us. Rob's just going to mention two specials.
Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, I mean, anybody that's there on match day, there's two individuals in particular who make the presence felt on a match day. And we really want to recognise the efforts that they've put in over the last season. So, the first award, and this is a certificate of recognition and thanks for your fantastic efforts in helping raise £475 on the football card, £852 on the raffle. I've got to say a couple of things about Rodney. First of all, he demanded a cart tonight so he could go around Joel and get some more money. So he just doesn't give up. He actually ended up at, I think it was at Smethwick Rangers, where they asked him to do their card and go around all the fans at Smethwick to collect money for them. I think most of the fans that day were our fans, but anyway, the money all went to Smethwick. So if you could all put your hands together for an appreciation of Rodney John for fundraising.
No.
Tonight Rodney's repaid Connor Collins because he owed him a drink, and Rodney's giving him a drink tonight from the free bar. Okay, so the next award, and it's taken equal effort, and this is a certificate of recognition and thanks for record programme sales of 1,012 programmes sold season 22-23. Simon Collett. Everybody knows probably the number of years Simon and Rodney have been helping us out, and it's a great effort. What we do is we always see Simon down here on a Saturday morning as well, because he knows we're doing bacon and sausage sandwiches. He comes straight here from Slimming World. Right, before we go to the awards, I've just got a couple of things to say. I'll keep it brief. I haven't been drinking, so I won't go on too long. I just wanted I was trying to think of some words that kind of summed up the season that we just had. Some of you will know, some of you use 3 words or something on your phones to find your locations. Anybody? All looking at me blankly like...
Yeah, no, I know what you're on about, Rob. Right. Yeah.
So the 3 words that I came up with in terms of summarising our season are glass, grass, and class. Okay? So what I was thinking about then, if you remember, probably 12, 11 months ago, quite a number of the people in this room spent most of June crawling on their hands and knees round the pitch, trying to get rid of all the glass that was coming up from the landfill that's underneath the football pitch. We had rakes, we were on our hands and knees over them, and that was picking up all the glass. And we spent most of the time thinking, is this still going to be happening all season, where we're going to be picking bits of glass out of the pitch? But fortunately, we didn't. Every time it rained, more glass came through, and we had to do it all again. Then grass. That's been a topic of conversation the whole season. Bumpy grass, short grass, frozen grass, soggy grass, too long grass, no grass, parched grass. Right up until Sunday, where Newdale's complained about the length of the grass on the pitch for the final. They got beat by Perrywood 5-1. As we told them, if the grass had been shorter, they'd have probably been beat 10-1. But that's been the class. Third word, class. To me, that word sums up the season. Sums up the season of what you lads have achieved on the football pitch on behalf of Droitwich Spa Football Club. The way that you've conducted yourselves, the way that you've played, the commitment that you've given, the absolute talent that you've displayed, game in, game out, throughout the whole season has been absolutely fantastic. And on behalf of the committee and everybody involved, and the volunteers and the fans, we'd just like to say thank you very much to each and every one of you for the fantastic achievement that you've done this year. So big hand for all the players. So we knew before that you could do all that, but now the whole of Droitwich knows, and that's you wouldn't believe the people now are ringing us to want to sponsor us. The season tickets, we've sold 25 in the first week, so you know it's people want to. I thought 25 is pretty good. I mean, right from the start, if you remember the Tuesday night, the Connor Collins goal free kick, which was the first goal scored by a Droitwich player back on Kingies for 5 years, right through to, sorry Sam, but Josh Herdman's equaliser at Hinckley, and Charlie's goal in the game at Ashby. Right from start to finish, it's been absolutely brilliant. Also, big mention for the management team, so from Crowd and all the staff that work with him, it seems to be growing by the day. So obviously a big thanks to from everyone, from the players to the management team, so a big hand for all the management team. So obviously now's the time you can have a break. We might be able to have a break. Wayne's been putting a shed up today, another shed, which is going to be a bar inside the ground, so that's opening up today. So we're all getting ready for next season. So obviously enjoy your break, come back. When does training start, Crowd? 27th. So come back for the 27th, ready to go for the... Right then, now to the award.
Start early.
Okay, I'm just introducing up to the front or the back, wherever which way you're looking at it. John. Now, John is a volunteer and a supporter. John was roped in at the beginning of the season to help Wayne put all the advertising boards up that are around the ground. So John gave up an awful lot of time to do that. He's also helped Wayne plant the laurel trees that you can see by the entrance to the pitch. So it's all stuff like that maybe you don't see goes on, but it goes on behind the scenes, and it's much appreciated. Anyway, I wanted someone who can represent the supporters to present this award to the recipient. So anyway, we had lots of fans that voted for the Player of the Year. Now, when I heard who won this award, I was not in the least bit surprised. Even from my vantage point in the turnstile at the side of the ground, where I can't really get out of that till about 3:20. But the noise of the crowd is audible when this person gets on the ball. So I know when he's on the ball. And the people that sit in the stand, you can see them getting on the edge of the seat every time he gets on the ball. You've probably guessed it. He's a star man playing on the right. Supporters Player of the Year 2022-23, Perry Moss. few words. Just handing over to John now.
Congratulations, Barry. I'm just one of the many hundreds of supporters that turn up most Tuesdays and Saturdays, and there's a message in there, many hundreds. I'm sure many across the room remember it was a few tens just a few short years ago. So what a great achievement and success players and indeed the clubs made over a few short years. So congratulations to the team, keep going, we enjoy every week seeing you entertain the crowd, and we're just hoping for continued success. Well done, thank you.
Okay, the next one is Manager's Player of the Year. I asked Crowd if he wanted to say a few words, but he said he'd said it all season anyway. I don't know about that, because I think this bit might be praise. I didn't hear much praise.
That's probably true, to be honest.
We just hear it all over. But anyway, so I'm sure Andy could have chosen a number of players, but one player in particular has edged it. Every game I see, I always think that the opposition team must have worked this one out by now and must pick him up from corners, but they don't. Nobody ever seems to pick him up. So from central defence, he scored 15 goals, which is an unbelievable return. So you've probably guessed it. Manager's Player of the Year, Alex Dugmore. Well done, Dugs.
Some awards on this table.
Lem, you're not getting an award. You're not getting an award, but you can come up and present this one. About 20 minutes ago, I said to Lem, could you come up and present the Players' Player of the Year award? I said it means you're not won it.
He's weirdly did he got Liverpool?
That's the reason,
Yeah, so firstly, I think this is firstly the best one to win, to have the respect of my teammates, to say you have been the best player of the year, blah blah blah. I think he's been spectacular for us all season, played in various positions. I think he gives us 8, 9 out of 10 every week, and yeah, I think he's a special player, and the award goes to Aidan Morris.
That's a great award to win, Aidan. We all love you, the players all love you, and that's demonstrated by that award. Well done, Aidan. Right, one last award. Okay, so this final award then. I won't keep you in suspense too long, but this player, he announced his retirement during this season. Just a little bit. This shows that I read the programme for the last game. He joined the club in 2014 and 258 appearances for Droitwich Spa Football Club over a 9-year period. but it's more than just 258. It's more than just 258 appearances. It's professionalism. It's the support he does in the coaching. He comes down every Monday night, coaches the kids, and his presence in the team and the squad. Some of you might say I'm biased, but in my time, in my time watching Droitwich Spa, I would rate him as the best goalkeeper I've seen at this level. Ladies and gentlemen, I can say that I'm his father-in-law.
Oh, you're giving it away now.
Don Rogerson. So, in recognition of outstanding contribution to the rise of Droitwich Spa Football Club, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Oliver.
Can I just say, I had nothing to do with that at all. I didn't even know that was going to take place. I wouldn't have voted for him anyway. The only thing I will say, it's going to save me a fortune in goalie gloves now he's retired, so happy days. Happy days. Right, just before we finish, obviously Rob was going to keep it short and sweet, so I should hate to see what a long speech was going to be like. We have got one more thing that we'd like to do. Lem's going to join me again. We're going to sing a couple of numbers from our latest CD. I first come across this lad, well, he was 19, I won't tell a lie. I was a very poor manager of Bromyard at the time. I don't mind admitting that. And this lad sort of was thereabouts. He'd been around a little bit, everybody raved about him. I didn't think too much of him, to be honest. That's why I was a poor manager at the time. But obviously, he was the one who instigated me coming back to Droitwich sort of 9 years ago. I only came down to watch a match. I came well into the first half. I left well before the end of the game. They were absolutely diabolical. And I couldn't take no more. At 20 past 5 on that Saturday afternoon, I had a phone call, and it went something like, would you mind coming down to Droitwich? We're in trouble, we need some help. Now, I didn't know at the time whether he wanted me to play in goal or what to do. So I agreed to come down and help, and as they say, the rest is history. And obviously in that 9 years, he was a player of mine again, if you like, and Mark's. Done a great job for us. Then he retired, and so our manager flipped his lid, and we didn't see him again. So we put Crowd in continuity in what we're trying to do at Droitwich, and that's keep everything going as much as we can. I can't tell you too much about his managerial speeches. All I know is he shouts from the dugout probably one phrase. And you all know what that is. So I don't know whether at the time when he's shouting out all over he's talking to Siobhan, or whether he's giving instructions to the rest of you. I just do not know. I haven't been in the dressing room at all this year to witness anything and to hear anything. Lem's going to come up and tell you a bit about what's happening in the dressing room, if you don't already know, and one or two stories that's happened outside the dressing rooms that I'm sure nobody wants to know. So you've obviously guessed what's going to happen now. But Crowd, from us all, thanks for doing the job that you're doing. Your P45's in the post. No, seriously. It is just a testament of the continuity that we want, whether it be a player, an ex-player, a manager. Players, we want to stay year in, year out. We want to give you the best things. We're not the type of people who want our names plastered all over the Worcester Evening News because we've doubled our sponsorship for the next season and stuff like that. We've got very generous people who will just give you everything that you want for no recognition whatsoever. And that's how we want to be. We want to stay under the radar. We want all our talking to be done on the football field, and we've surely got that going at the moment. Len's going to come up and finish this little bit off and make a little presentation, and then we'll clear the tables and chairs and we'll have a boogie. Right, Len?
Where's this coming from?
Well, I got roped
You
into
don't
it.
speak on
Yeah, I think he doesn't really take the credit that he deserves, the gaffer. I think the first person, I mean, for the stands we've been through this year, he's the man who organised everything. I mean, you look at training every week, we have 20 people there, everybody's there on time, game day.
Train this season is coming up.
What's training?
But no, I think you can give all the credit to the lads for what we've done this season and previous years, but I think a lot of you won't take the credit because I know what he's like. He doesn't accept it, but I think a lot of it is down to crowd and the team spirit he's brought. Since Mark left, I think he's really brought a new. He's brought like a new life into the team. I think the team spirit. I mean, from Sam and Josh coming in as youngsters up to the old fuckers, Munty, Matty R. I think. I like to say, I'm in the middle. Yeah, I'm in the middle a little bit.
You get to lock you.
But no, seriously, Crowd, I think we do all really appreciate what you've done for us, and long may it continue, mate. If you'd like to come up, I think Chrissy Hunt as well, he's
I just want to know where this shirt's come from. Is it?
He wants to know where his shirts come from.
Remember we got that number 5? That's in the toilet, that is.
To be honest, this is the bit I hate, is talking in front of everyone. In front of 16 lads in the changing rooms, I can swear, I can say what I want. But in front of kids, obviously partners, families, I can't. Well, I think everyone will start leaving, to be honest. I'm privileged, obviously, to get this. I mean, I've got to say thank you to Wayne, Rob, all the work they do. Obviously, people that are here, Bowen, the supporters, the volunteers. It's superb. I can swear them as well. Management team, can't thank you enough. I mean, support Drakey, Hunty, especially Chrissy Hunt, Mayo, fitness coach. I've seen now obviously Matty Hunt coming onto it as well, building for the future. Just missed out this year. I know we're all devastated, but to get to the playoff final, boys, superb. And the biggest thanks is to the players. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have this. You wouldn't have the fans, you wouldn't have all of this, boys, and can't thank you enough for supporting me, the management team. And like I said, next year is title, simple as, and we're pushing for that. And as I say here, we are pushing for it. Exactly like I said last year, boys, playoffs, we got to it, got to the final. So next year is a title, and we will do it. Appreciate everyone, thank you. said I don't like doing this, but also I just want to say, I know we haven't done a top goal scorer, but obviously Lem, top goal scorer the first time in probably 2-3 years, he did get an award. What I will say is, gutted, but don't worry about it, mate. Top goal scorer, he still beat Connor.
And that's just about the presentation over, so just help yourself some more drinks, plenty of feed left. If you're going on, safe journey. If you're going out somewhere else, stay safe and all that, and we'll see you all back in pre-season. Thanks very much.